Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Friday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Aina Kweo. In the news tonight, it is not yet known whether the 65-year-old female farmer from the farm Foxshop in Grootfontein area should be persecuted for murder or not. On the 15th of March, Ms. Marietta Velem caused the death of a man after he allegedly assaulted her early in the morning just outside her farmhouse. She appeared in the Grootfontein Magistrate Court on Thursday, and the case was adjourned until the 15th of September for further investigations. Master Jan Wessels, Velem's legal representative, told Republican that the case has been postponed for further investigation, and when this investigation is completed, the dossier will be sent to the Prosecutor General's office. This is where a decision will be made whether Velem will be charged or not, what the complaint will be, and where she will stand trial, in the High Court in Windhoek or the Regional Court in Otjiwarongo. In our next story, the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture has brought an urgent application in the High Court that a decision by a review panel to suspend a tender for the provision of food supplies to state hostels countrywide pending the outcome of a review application should not be implemented. According to Minister Anna Ngipondoka, all the hostel schools have already procured the supplies from successful bidders. She warned should the review panel's decision not be interdicted, the supply of food to hostels will be interrupted until the finalization of the review application. The application would take a considerate length of time to finalize, while the learners in hostels will not be able to study on an empty stomach for the upcoming exams. In our next story, the City of Windhoek Police has intercepted a taxi in connection with a series of robberies in the city, of which 7 people fell victim. Yolanda Nell has more.
The Windhoek City Police has intercepted a taxi in connection with a series of robberies in the city, of which 7 people fell victim. According to the Windhoek City Police Facebook page, the taxi has been changing the identification number, the big taxi number, and loading customers, mostly women, robbing them at knife point before dumping them anywhere in the bushes. Items robbed are ranging from handbags to cell phones and cash. 3 suspects were arrested and they will appear in court on Monday. The Windhoek City Police is currently running an operation to root out all illegal taxis in the city, as they are mostly used in the commission of crime. In the meantime, they would like to urge public members to always be vigilant when boarding taxis. Always look out for suspicious movements or persons and report to the police. They would like to warn all printing shops to do away with printing unauthorized taxi numbers. Should anyone come across a taxi with a number that is already in use, it should be reported to the City Police immediately. They can be contacted on 061 302 302 or SMS to 4444.
To raise funds for the Chika Namibia Fund, the Cancer Association of Namibia kicks off the month of Golden Hope on Thursday, the 25th of August 2022, with a massive pancake sale fundraising drive. Yellow pancakes are available on order from the 25th of August 2022 until Friday, the 30th of September 2022. Corporates, schools, the public at large are kindly requested to support this initiative to help sustain the Chika Fund. Yolanda Nell talks to Ralph Hansen of the Cancer Association. Let's have a look.
It's almost springtime and the Cancer Association is celebrating in style, and you can now order cupcakes and pancakes just in time for the long weekend. I speak to Rolf Hansen about why childhood cancers is so important to raise awareness on.
September is yellow and gold in support of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and it is a beautiful spring month of hope that we, the Cancer Association of Namibia, and our global project partners dedicate to childhood cancer awareness. Yes, there is Childhood Cancer Awareness Day, and that's in February every year. But because childhood cancer cases are increasing globally, and it's in Namibia no different, the global community has moved to make September yellow and gold months to create more awareness around cancer, childhood cancer. Yes, children get cancer too, and very often it is overlooked. We need to educate families to look out for the signs and symptoms, to be aware that children get cancer and that we as parents and adults are the voices of these children that we need to see, pick up, and present children who we may suspect there might be something wrong to medical practitioners or doctors, medical health centers, hospitals. So during the month of September, we invite Namibians to take hands with us and to join us to create awareness on childhood forms of cancer.
After the break, we bring you community news. Stay with us.
Flex is your health and fitness show that focuses on the health of the mind, body and spirit. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact zone@synergy.com.na.
In community news tonight, application for the 2023 Mandela Washington Fellowship is now open. Interested parties have until mid-September to get their entries ready. Yolanda Nell has more.
Applications for the Mandela Washington Fellowship is now open. The Mandela Washington Fellowship will bring up to 700 young people to the United States in the summer of 2023 for a comprehensive executive-style program that is designed to build skills and empower fellows to lead in their respective sectors and communities. The fellowship is an unparalleled opportunity to participate in a 6-week leadership institute at a U.S. college or university to share experiences with and learn from U.S. citizens and other fellows. You also explore industries beyond your daily work and expand your expertise. You participate in a summit along with young African leaders, meet with the U.S. government, civic and business leaders, as well as strengthen your work through new connections, skills and ideas. Through this, you join a continental and global alumni network to help you seek innovative solutions to common challenges. Applications open on the 16th of August, but hurry up, you only have until September the 13th when applications are due. The Mandela Washington Fellowship selection process is a merit-based open competition. After the deadline, all eligible applications will be reviewed by independent readers. Following this review, chosen semi-finalists will be interviewed by the U.S. embassies or consulates in their home countries. Selected semi-finalists will be required to participate in these in-person interviews in their home country within Africa. If advanced to the semi-finalist round, applicants must provide a copy of their international passport if available, or other government-issued photo identification at the time of the interview. Selected finalists are required to attend a mandatory pre-departure orientation in their home country within Africa. They will look at the following criteria that will be used to evaluate applications: a proven record of leadership and accomplishment in business, civic engagement, or public service. They will also look at a demonstrated commitment to public or community service, volunteerism, or mentorship. They will look at the ability to work cooperatively in diverse groups and to respect the opinions of others. You should have strong social and communication skills, an energetic and positive attitude, and demonstrated knowledge of and interest in the professional experience in the preferred sector, and a commitment to return to Africa and apply leadership skills and training to benefit the applicant's country or community after they return home. Fellows are between the ages of 25 and 35 and are not U.S. citizens or permanent residents of the United States.
In our story of the day, we look at the benefits of hydrogen energy in Namibia.
With the focus on mind, body, and soul, the medical focus aims to embrace that which makes us human, to empower, enlighten, and bring hope in restoring the equilibrium to be the best that we can be, to bring change where change is needed, to inspire to be better, and to restore that which is out of balance. Find the much anticipated medical focus, which will be published in the Republikein, Namibian Sun, and Algemeine Zeitung, and the glossy magazines, which will be distributed to selected retail outlets, subscribers, and advertising partners.
Thank you for watching Sunset News this evening. Hyphen Hydrogen Energy Chief Executive Marco Raffinet talks about what the project means to Namibia. Chamaima Biekes reports.
Hello, my name is Marco Raffinetti, the CEO of Hyphen Hydrogen Energy. Talking here to Jemima this morning. She's asked me to talk about the economic benefits to Namibia from the emerging green hydrogen industry. From our perspective, we see those as being enormously beneficial to Namibia and her people. Effectively, the first project and future projects will pay land rentals to government on the land that is owned by government that these projects are established upon. There will also be a royalty stream paid to the government on every ton of product sold into the international markets or regional markets, as well as tax collected from this industry, which would be significant in terms of the current fiscal arrangements. In addition to that, the government has an option to acquire an equity interest in the project, and we would very much hope that government take up that option, because we think that's important to create long-term generational wealth for Namibia and her people, to be co-investors in projects that will be undertaken in your country. In addition to that, our project will require a huge number of people. So hoping that a lot of the listeners or viewers today are aspiring people that would like to be involved in this industry. Engineers, we need a lot of engineers, chemical, electrical, and civil engineers that will need to execute a project of this nature. In terms of scale, we need around 15,000 people during the construction period, which should run for around 4 years through both phases of our project, and at full scale we'll need around 3,000 people to maintain and run this equipment on an annual basis. So I hope that there's a lot of listeners out there who enjoy Lüderitz and everything that town has to offer. Then there's been a lot of questions raised around environmental sensitivity and how we will work to ensure that we reduce that environmental impact of the project. An enormous amount of work is going into ensuring that every decision that we make is centered around how do we reduce our environmental impact in terms of the footprint, and how do we avoid the areas that are from the most environmental sensitivity, and how do we design the system in a way that we avoid having excess infrastructure that has an impact on the earth in that area. So how do we compress and limit infrastructure to as small a footprint as possible. Thank you very much.
Economic news coming up after this break.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact tourismus@synergy.com.na for news and advertising related queries. Tourismus, bring the world to Namibia.
In economic news tonight, the Namibia Financial Institution Supervisory Authority launched the Financial Technology Square, which aims to connect the regulator with innovators to understand the technological transformation in non-banking financial sector. Philippus Usiku was there.
And strategic theme in our new strategy. If you go through the NAMFISA strategy, you will see that we talk about innovation. And the strategy spans 2022 to 2027. Now, fintech is seen as a catalyst in periods of crisis. Often when there is crisis, as economists talk and say, in crisis there is opportunity. And therefore fintech is often linked with the financial crash that happened in 2008, where fintech companies and innovators became the lifeline for many small businesses and individuals by providing platforms and innovative ways to access credit. And that has helped as we emerged or as we moved out of the crisis. Now, it is obvious as a regulator that we would want to mostly look at what are the risks emerging from fintech.
And now let's have a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 17 Namibian dollars 1 cent to the US and at 17 Namibian dollars 8 cents to the euro. It trades at 20 Namibian dollars 7 cents to the pound and 2 Namibian dollars 49 cents buys you 1 Chinese yuan. Zinc is down with 1.72%, while Brent crude oil is down with 0.64%, trading at 91 USD and 8 cents per barrel. In our international news slot tonight, we visit Venice.
Careers Bistro focuses on the movers and shakers in the corporate world. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact Zone at synergy.com.na.
In international news tonight, eyewitness video showed people taking a cover during a rainstorm in Venice on Friday as violent storms pound Italy. An umbrella was blown around by strong winds outside Doge Palace in the lagoon city. Severe weather also hit other parts of the country. 2 people were killed by falling trees in central Italy on Thursday as powerful storms battered several regions after weeks of punishingly high temperatures, rescue services said. Reuters reported that the wind blew more than 140 kilometers per hour in some parts of northern Italy, damaging beach resorts in Liguria and Tuscany, according to the meteorologist. While rain and gales pounded the north, much of southern Italy remained in the grip of a heat wave, with temperatures climbing close to 40 degrees in some parts of Sicily. In the sports section tonight, we talk rugby and netball.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
In sports news tonight, Deb Marine, Namibia Desert Jewels captain Nanguloshi Kamutushi says the national netball team are eager to rewrite the history books by qualifying for the World Cup slated for Cape Town next year. The winning spirit among Namibia's national netball team players has been evident on their faces and their mood ahead of the big World Cup qualifying tournament starting this weekend. According to Kamutushi, they will be planning for the World Cup. It is their time and they will give their best. Namibia will be hoping to end a 31-year drought since the last time the country made an appearance at the global showpiece. For the first time in rugby union history, FNB Kutu Rugby Club will host and play a Premier League rugby semi-final match in Walvis Bay. All roads lead to Jan Vilken Stadium, where the Kudus will take on the University of Namibia Rugby Club at 3:45 p.m. on Saturday in the coastal town. The club sealed the deal last weekend when they claimed a 10-0 victory against the western suburb in Walvis Bay. The Kutu Reserve League team also managed to rescue a spot in the semi-finals, but will have to travel to Rehoboth to play against Rehoboth. The Standard Bank Namibia Secondary School Rugby Super League continues this weekend with some mouth-watering fixtures. 3 games are set to take place on Saturday, with the highlighting match being KMC One Construction Verb hosting Schoeman Group Windhoek Gymnasium at the Affias Park. PSG Walvis Bay and PHS, who had a shocking start to the league as they have lost all 3 games they have played so far, host Dr. Lema at Narki Park. Dr. Lema sit at the bottom of the table as they have the record to win yet. So this is set to be a tough game for both teams. The kickoff is at 11:30. After the break, we return with highlights.
We Talk brings you community news that lies at the heart of Windhoek residents. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact wetalk@synergy.com.na. You live, we talk. NMH at 1 brings you news from all across Namibia. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact nmh1@synergy.com.na. NMH at 1, your lunchtime news companion.
Thank you for watching Sunset News tonight, and here are some of our highlights. It is not yet known whether the 65-year-old female farmer from the farmer Foxshop in Grootfontein area should be prosecuted for murder or not. On the 15th of March, Ms. Marietta Willem caused the death of a man after he allegedly assaulted her early in the morning just outside her farmhouse. The Namibia Financial Institutions Supervisory Authority launched the Financial Technology Square, which aims to connect the regulator with innovators to understand the technological transformation in the non-banking financial sector. Deb Marine Namibia Desert Jewel captain Nanguloshi Kamutushi says the national netball team are eager to rewrite the history books by qualifying for the World Cup slated for Cape Town next year. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called Oneuptwo. Sunset News screens on Dstv channel 285, as well as Gotv channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Aina Raiza. This has been Sunset News. Please don't end your day without us. Good night.